Okay. I think I am on now. I'm pretty certain I am on now. If anyone's there, please say hi in the comments. I would appreciate that. I don't see anyone yet. Okay. Okay, I think I will get started, and I'm hoping people will come on. Okay, let's get started. My name is Shannon. I'm from All Things Newly Rustic. I'm also a content creator for Redesign with Prima. And today is going to be super fun because Redesign with Prima came out with a new release on Friday, and they have a ton of stuff. So I got a bunch of products that we're going to use today on this antique silverware box. So I've already gone ahead and painted it. It's not sealed or anything like that. It's wiped clean so that whatever I put on, I'm going to make sure that it adheres to my antique box. First, I want to show you the mold that I used on the side, and I think we're going to highlight these molds also to make them show a lot more. So this mold is called, it looks like this, and it is called Delicate Floral. And so the reason why I put it on prior to doing this live is because I got a cast in resin. That's what I used for it, and it was a 48-hour drying cast in resin, so it was kind of a process, but I've used Redesign with Prima's clay. I've used hot glue for these molds. They're super easy to use, and they're super easy to adhere and go on. So that's the first thing that I used. Now, Redesign with Prima and Cece Restyled have restyled, and if you don't know of her, she's an artist. Her company is called Cece Restyled, and she does pretty incredible work. So she's come out with her own designer line, and it is pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, keep on the Redesign with Prima group, because the content creators and brand ambassadors have been demonstrating and showing the products how to use all the new releases. So today we're going to use the Cece Restyled Decoupage paper, and I'm very excited. Just wait till you see the whole thing. It's a 19 by 30. And it looks like this. And I'll put it up closer. It's got some butterflies, it's got a pretty sun, it's got some skulls. So today we're going to put that on top of here, and I'm going to bring you guys down more so you can see the top. And if anyone's there, please say hi to me in the comments. I would appreciate that. My name is Shannon. I'm from All Things Newly Rustic, and today we're using all Redesign with Prima and Cece Restyled new products that just came out on Friday. Okay, so I am going to cut it because I do just want the skull on top like this. So I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to use the rest later for another jewelry box that I have on the side drawers. So I will be using it again. And that's the wonderful thing about these, is you can just keep reusing and reusing until they're gone. You don't have to just spend it on one transfer. Okay. I think I see people on now, so that makes me happy. So if you guys are just joining me, my name is Shannon. I am a content creator at Redesign with Prima, and I'm also the owner of All Things Newly Rustic. And if you have never been on my page, go and check out my page. I think you might like it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using the Cece Restyled Decoupage paper. Oh, hi Monica. And this is called Chinoiserie. Chinoiserie. So I'm using this on top of this antique box right now. So I wanted to go just a little bit over this bump here, this edge here, and then we're gonna sand it off to make it fit perfectly. This paper is super easy to work with. So I just want it just a little bit bigger than the lip on that box. I was very excited when I got this new paper. Okay, I am going to use the rest to put on the side of drawers for jewelry box that I have. So don't throw your stuff out. Okay. Today, to make the decoupage paper stay to the top of this box, I am going to use Redesign with Prima's Finavere Soft Matte Gel. And so this will adhere the paper to the top of the decoupage paper. And don't worry about the overhangage, that's exactly what I want, because we're just gonna sand the edges off here. So the soft matte gel looks like this, and it comes in a 250 ml container. Okay, I'm just using an old brush. I'm not a good brush. And we're just gonna put a thin layer over top of the part that I'm going to use the decoupage paper. So if you're just joining me, welcome. My name is Shannon. I'm from All Things Newly Rustic. I'm also a content creator for Redesign with Prima. And today we are redesigning this antique silverware box with Cece Restyled Decoupage paper. And I will show you the rest. We're gonna do a bunch of things with this. It's gonna be super fun. This is all new release stuff, products. And you guys have got to go check them out because they got a lot of products. You can find their products on the Redesign with Prima website, or you can also find them at your local retailer. If you can't find a local retailer, they have a search option where you can find the local retailer online, and it will tell you where the next one is. Thanks, Monica. Okay. So I actually think I need a higher grit. Oh, maybe not. So we're just sanding this off right now. I put a little more paper than what I needed, and I did that intentionally because I'm sanding this off right now. I have put in here, I've used a matte gel by Redesign with Prima. Finavere's through Redesign with Prima to make the decoupage paper stick. And I'm not sure where you guys are from, but I'm from Canada, from a small town called High River, Alberta. And if anyone's there, let me know, leave some comments. I would appreciate that. My name is Shannon, and I'm the owner of All Things Newly Rustic, and today we're using new Redesign with Prima's Cece Restyled Chinoiserie. And I'm so sorry if that's not how I'm pronouncing it. It's a tough name. Okay. So we're just sanding this off. Like I said, I've already used the mold, and I used 48-hour cast-in resin for the molds here on the sides. These molds are called Delicate Floral. It's also Redesigned with Prima's on their new release. Okay, we're just sanding off the edges to make it completely fit on top of this antique box. Just sand gently. I can see that I still need some matte gel there, so we're going to put a little bit more here. And this stuff dries clear. So it's early morning here. I started at 9, so I'm not sure what the time difference is or where everyone's from. But my name is Shannon. I'm a content creator for Redesign with Prima. I'm also the owner at All Things Newly Rustic, and we are recreating this antique silverware box using Cece Restyled Decoupage paper. You can find it online or at your local retailer. See how that's coming out? See how I've sanded it so it looks even? That is what you have to do with the paper. And it sands super easy. And like I always tell people, take your time with your projects. The more time you get, the more quality it comes out. Okay, there we go. And these things sand so nicely. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a clear top to seal this on top. It's going to look so cool. I think so too. I had a vision of this in my head. Well, I had a couple visions, but this is the one that I ended up with, and I think it's going to look so awesome. Okay, so the sides do need a little bit more gel. We're going to put a little bit more of the Soft Matte Gel by Finnabair. And you don't need a whole lot of this. It does dry clear. That's better. What was that? And if you're just joining me, I have used the Cece Restyled decoupage paper. She's an artist. Her company is Cece Restyled, and she has her own designer line through Redesign with Prima. And if you haven't checked it out, go on their website. And she's got a pretty awesome line, and I'm super happy to be using it right now. So there's the top of this box. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna decorate the insides. So what I've chose to use is the new Redesign with Prima stamps, and this one is called Stamp Demask. I am going to put this on with paint. I want to redesign with Prima's rulers. And if you're just joining me, I just used I'm actually not sure about the Mod Podge. Maybe Monica can answer that. She's from 4:30 and she's joined me today. The only thing that I've ever used is Clear Coat and the soft matte gel. But if anyone else knows, that's a good question. So I'm gonna put the Stamp Damask, the new Redesign with Prima Stamp Damask. This is what they look like. They're clearly aligned stamps. These things are pretty cool. I actually really enjoy working with them. And I think that's gonna be perfect. Oh yes. So you take the plastic part off like that. There you go. Thank you, Monica. And then we're gonna put the stamp on like this, and we're gonna use a new Redesign with Prima paint, and it's called Brushed Champagne, and it is pretty beautiful. It's like a champagne color, and it's a paint. It's acrylic paint. We're gonna use them with the Redesign with Prima rollers. And they look like this. They look like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this a little bit. Oh, you have no idea how excited I've been since I got this to use this color. I really love gold. Okay, that should be enough. And so like this is kind of like in between a silver and a gold, but I will show you what it looks like. I'm just putting a little amount on there. We're gonna roll it. And then we're gonna put it on the stamp. So you guys can see that. So this is how it goes on the stamp. I'm not sure if you can see the color, but the stamp is pink. So it's a little pink, a light pink. So you'll be able to see your paint and where your paint is going. You only need a little bit. I actually do need a little more than this, but you do only need a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way on these sponge rollers. That should be good. Oh, that is so pretty. And this seems like the perfect size for the inside. So we're gonna do the top and the bottom of this antique silverware. I pulled out every single thing in here. It did have silverware in it, but I pulled everything that was holding the silverware apart, just because I just wanted to make it a decorative box. Sure, why not, right? It's amazing what you can do with Redesign with Prima products. Okay, and I don't mean to block you guys if I do. I just want to make sure it goes kind of in the middle here. So then we're gonna push with these. I do push relatively. You know, give it some good pressure. You want the paint to completely adhere to your box. And if you're just joining me, my name is Shannon. I'm from All Things Newly Rustic, and I'm a content creator for Redesign with Prima. Today I'm showing you the new release products that just came out. So this one is their clearly aligned stamps. This one is called Stamped Damask. If you're not certain if you have enough paint on there, just pull it back. If there's not enough in there, that's fine. Just keep going along. You want to make sure you can see the pattern also, right? So with these ones, I'm using the Brush Champagne, the new paint by Redesign with Prima. for these stamps. Okay, so there's a little bit more. Take your time, make sure all the paint is coming off of the stamp. What do you guys think? Do you like it? We're gonna do the same thing on the bottom, and I think I'm making a decision right now. I won't do it this moment, but I think it needs a transfer in here somewhere, so I'm gonna decide on that. But part of the creativity process, so sometimes you just think of more and more. Super fun. Okay. Now we're gonna do the bottom drawer the same. I'm using the Stamp Damask Clearly Aligned Stamp, the new release from Redesign with Prima. So how I'm putting this on is with a Redesign with Prima sponge roller. Like so. And this is the Brush Champagne by Redesign with Prima. Their new acrylic paint. Their new release came out on Friday. You guys should go and check out their website because they have so many cool products in their new release. You can find them on redesignwithprima.com. You can also find the Redesign with Prima products, and I'm pretty sure most definitely the Cece Restyled products at your local retailer. So if you don't know about your local retailer, go on the line on Redesign with Prima. I believe you put in your address, and it will show your nearest retailers. Okay, I can see I didn't really use enough paint on there compared to here, but that's okay. Because I think I'm going to do something really cool up here, and I'm just not sure yet. But I do want to show you the new stamps. There we go. I mean, I might go over it again. Do you guys like it? Because I certainly do. I think later I might go over... Or should I do it now? I don't know. I really like it. And if you're just joining me, today I am using the Cece Restyled. She's a designer at Cece Restyled. Go and check out her work. She does such amazing work. On the top today, I use what's called Skull Chinoiserie. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that properly. I use decoupage. I use the soft matte gel to adhere the decoupage on, and then we sanded it off to make it straight. I also use these molds here, and we're going to highlight them with the same brush champagne paint. I use the molds, the new mold, Delicate Floral, and it looks like this, and it's on their new release also. There's what the mold looks like, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to highlight it right now with what's called Brush Champagne. And I actually have it all over me. I didn't realize how thin it was, but it's a thin paint, so just be careful opening it. Okay, so how we're going to highlight is... I got my hands full of Brush Champagne. We're going to highlight it with a Redesign with Finnabair, the artist brushes. And we're going to highlight the molds. With this brush. This is just an angle brush. tiny bit of the brush champagne on the angle brush. And we're just gonna go along like this and highlight. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. If you can't, I'll pull the camera up for you. But I'm not gonna highlight everything entirely. I just wanna highlight the outside parts. And I'm using brush champagne, new Redesign with Prima acrylic paint. These are beautiful molds. Can you guys see the highlights there? This mold is called Delicate Floral, and right now I'm highlighting it. I used a 48-hour resin, cast-in, a cast-in resin for the molds, and I put them on with I believe it's that 2000 glue. It's a really sturdy glue. Can you guys see that? So that's how I highlight. I know I have a lot of people asking me how I highlight. I use the same process, how I highlighted this with just a fine brush as I would with any of my stuff. So that's how I highlight. So now we're gonna do the front. So that's what it looks like on the side. Now, thanks, Monica. I mean, I wasn't quite sure, but oh yes, I'm very happy right now. I put a little bit of the brush champagne, the acrylic paint. New Redesign with Prima's acrylic paint. It looks like that. And that can be found on their website, or it could be found at your local retailer. And for anyone just joining me, my name is Shannon. I'm the owner of All Things Newly Rustic. And I am also a content creator for Redesign with Prima. And today I'm showing you how to use all their new products on the silverware container. It's an antique silverware container. Right now we're just highlighting the molds. With an angled brush. I just want the indented pieces here, like the mold part, I just want that to show. Give it a little bit of dimension. And I mean, anytime I get my hand on like gold anything, I'm so happy. And I'm not sure yet. I will think in the next moment, but I might also highlight the corners here. And this is Redesign with Prima's new acrylic paint called Brush Champagne. And I'm just highlighting the outside edges of the molds. I think it looks so pretty. Super, super pretty. And I might highlight the corners. I just haven't made up my mind yet. But actually, I think I will. So we're going to do that also. What do you guys think? Sure, it's such a pretty color. Now let me see. Yeah, we're gonna give it a little more dimension here. Most of the time when I'm highlighting, I do use the Redesign with Prima or Finavere waxes, but I mean paint works also. You just gotta work really quick with the paint. So we're just cornering it a little bit, giving it a little bit of dimension. One of my favorite things to do. And if you don't know me, my name is Shannon and I'm from All Things Newly Rustic. I'm on every outlet you can probably imagine. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I have a website, allthingsnewlyrustic.ca. So we're just highlighting the corners. Maybe put a little bit. Okay. I am going to seal the top of this with a clear coat. And I think that's it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Like, I might add some more things to this. I'm not sure, but holy, it was so much fun. Today I used the Redesign with Prima Cece Restyled Designer decoupage paper. I put that on the top. This paper is called Skull Chinoiserie. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I made it adhere with Finnabare's soft matte gel. On the sides I used Redesign with Prima's new delicate floral mold. And we also highlighted it with Brush Champagne. That's their new acrylic paint. And this is what the molds look like. And I used a 48-hour resin. And then we used the Stamp Damask Clearly Aligned stamps. So for whoever was here today watching, I am so thankful that you did. And that's it. That I will be doing pictures of this. But that's what it looks like with all. This antique box looks like with all Redesign with Prima new products that were released on Friday. If you haven't seen them, go on the Redesign with Prima site. They are amazing and they have so much products. So I think that is it. And that is how to design a box. Redesign with Prima and Cece Restyled Styles. So thank you very much for joining.